everybody. Happy Wednesday. It's a Wednesday. First things first. Plumberry Muffin, congratulations on being the first viewer to redeem first this stream. You're totally not playing a game, totally not preemptively opening the stream and like being all ready to grab those firsts and the other, you know, high competition rewards, I guess. And so thank you as well, Plum, for redeeming Word of the Stream. I will get that set up for you. Good evening, sir, and good evening, SNK. I hope y'all are doing well today. Well, it is a Wednesday, and so I am streaming. And chat, I'm probably gonna say this a few times, but next week is my birthday. And I'm planning to be here. So that's pretty cool. But in the meantime, I has an injury. And so please be aware. I don't think I use that part of my thumb to operate the controller, but just in case I do and something goes horribly, horribly wrong, I am injured. I have injury. And so that's totally why I'm about to suck at all of these mini games. Ooh, I chose the terrifying chalk color. I enjoy a good terrifying color of chalk every once in a while. Mooshcapade. This is actually very difficult chalk to read. I probably should have like made it thicker. So if you can't see the word of the stream, just make sure you ask, because we're gonna go on a mooshcapade. That's probably because my best friend in all of these games is clearly Moosh, who's the best animal. I don't really care if anyone disagrees with me. So anyway, good evening to y'all. Happy Wednesday. My name is Lady QEW. I like Nintendo. And so I play a lot of Nintendo, and specifically for almost 2 years now, I have been playing Zelda. I have been playing through my collection of Zelda games. I am trying to 100% them all because that's a thing that I really enjoy doing. These games are testing me. We'll see. I succeeded pretty well for the most part, so the exception so far is I didn't just 100% Ocarina of Time, I cow percented Ocarina of Time, which is pretty impressive. And so we allow that I'm missing a quiver upgrade and a piece of heart from Majora's Mask because the Swamp Shooting Gallery is awful and I'm never doing it again. And speaking of shooting galleries, that's where we are at in this specific game. Akina, hello! Oh, I love this. I get a snack break. Oops. That's not what I meant to do. Hello. How are you doing, Akina? Chad, it's not just my birthday next week, it's also Akina's birthday next week. Don't forget. Don't you dare forget. There will be a test. Akina, thank you for redeeming seasonal candy. And also thank you for redeeming non-seasonal candy. Since this is my birthday month, I have my favorite candy, which are Jelly Belly jelly beans in a couple of packages that are like flavors that I like. So I have the fruity package and I also have the kids mix because I'm basically a child at heart. But to continue with it's my birthday month and so I do what I want, my non-seasonal candy is also jelly beans. But it's specifically the fall mix that is pumpkin pie. And so I get jelly beans twice. Because that is the best way to handle everything. Oh, that's really great. I'm sorry it was a slow heckin' day today, Akina. But getting to be able to work from home for the rest of the week is kind of amazing. I took a day off this week on Friday. And I'm considering doing a couple of hours from home anyway. We'll see. just because I don't want my next week to suck. But I'm hopeful. Every once in a while I get a good work from home day. It's tricky to coordinate because of my role, but sometimes I've had it and it's always really nice. So this one's a blueberry. It's a really good blueberry flavor. Chat, the thing is, in jelly bean form, there's like flavors that I like that I don't often like in their original form. So I don't like how blueberries feel when I chew them, but I love a good blueberry flavor. I know! This is why I'm worried, Akina, because next week isn't allowed to suck, but Monday's gonna suck, and I'm a little worried I won't have recovered by birthday day. I better have recovered by birthday day. Koopa! Hi, Q. Hi, you. I have coconut. Oh man, pumpkin cheesecake is delicious. Most pumpkin products are delicious. I strongly recommend them. Akina, how about this? If on Monday. So the reason Monday's gonna suck is I have to do customer service emails on a Monday, which is like 4 times the work, and it's very annoying. So it's gonna be tricky, but here's what I propose, Akina. If anyone sends in a message with, you know, those tones, like the tone that is like, you're not rude, but you're also not treating me like a human being and I can tell, like that kind of tone, the borderline tone. If anyone sends anything in a borderline tone, I am going to respond with, I'm sorry, we are not accepting emails written in that tone right now, as it is my birthday. Please try again. I'm kidding, I just wish I could. Raspberry, that's it. I thought that one was going to be cherry. It was not cherry. It's their raspberry jam flavor, which threw me off a little bit because it tastes a bit different from like just raspberry. Anyway, so we have a target gallery. It's a shooting gallery, chat. But I don't have something to shoot with. I only have my sword. And I have to deflect balls with it. And if you were here last week... Oh, by the way, Bad at Buttons was last week. So yeah. If you were here last week, you saw me try this a couple of times. I am really not good at this. I am not picking up what it's laying down. I don't even know if this is going to be save state cheesable, but I'm willing to try once I've like got a little bit more understanding of what I'm doing. So there's going to be something in the middle of the room here that spits balls at me, and I have to hit them with my sword. Poison Darth Frog. I really can't stay. But baby, it's dangerous to go alone. Take this. That old jazz standard, you know. How's your NaNoWriMo going? I'm very excited for your fairy story. Oh, that's amazing, Plum. If you ever did own a bookstore. Well, you would lose a specific type of customer, but you would also have a specific type of customer if you did something like this. That's how I feel. The way that you handle customers dictates the type of customers that you have, and that does limit your demographic. And so most businesses choose to try to be as accepting of as many different customers as possible. But like genuinely, I wish I didn't have to deal with the customers that are like this kind of customer, you know? All employees would be free to sass back sassy customers. They sass you on the phone. I'm sorry, we are detecting high levels of attitude and cannot accept your call at this moment. Please take a deep breath, make some tea, and call back later. Bye-bye. All I'm saying is I would record that message. Please, please do it. Please do it. so tempting. It's so tempting. And I understand. And I try really, really hard to be allowing, to like let people be in a different place than me, to let people be new and to not understand things, to try to frame things in a professional light as much as possible. The thing is, I've said this before, I'm good at this. It's the reason I get stuck with it sometimes. But it like slowly kills my soul. And so it's really not a good job to give me at the same time. And I do struggle with taking things overly personally when someone, specifically, it's when a specific type of customer has decided that they're going to extract something from us that they do not deserve. And so they come out like swinging, just out the gate swinging, going, I'm going to get something I don't deserve from them. And they are just absolute unreasonable jerks until you give them the thing. You know what I mean? That's the sort of customer where I'm just like, it takes every resource I have to answer one of them professionally. And so I had to do 15 of those yesterday. And you might notice 15 is greater than 1. And so not only was I supremely grumpy all day yesterday, I was even still grumpy this morning when I got to work. And I was like, so help me. I can answer 0 of those today because I am going to break something. Like, I don't get mad at video games regularly, chat. Like, I'm not the sort of person who's gonna fly off the wall and like throw my controller at the screen. That's just not how I express myself. But I was like, I need to have technology removed from me and all fragile things moved at least more than an arm's length away from me. I need to do something that involves counting and slowness and using my emotional support label maker because I'm done and it wasn't even noon. Which, you know, is fair. Did you hang up on me? Maybe. Are you going to calm down? How dare click? You did it again. Deep breath. Use your big kid words. I love it. Fairy! That is a combination of 2 very good things. Hi, Cobra. Oh, and hi, Boo! Wait, I don't think I said that out loud. You! I did notice you come in. I'm sorry that I didn't say the thing. I was in the middle of thinking, stringing words together. It's fine. Poison Darth Frog! A 15th stream streak! That's amazing. Do those things involve hanging up on people, Akina? Because I would. I also would just put someone on hold in order to get a coffee because I would not. I mean, I say that. I wouldn't survive more than a week working in a call center because it's too antithetical to my wish to ever move, ever. And so, you know. Oh, I appreciate that, Boo. Like, if I worked in a call center, I would last less than a week and I would be like, I'm never getting out of bed again. I don't care. I don't care. I understand that there are things that are not good for me, you know? And I don't always enforce that because not everybody can get everything they want. So I do try to be reasonable about taking on the stuff that I'm asked to do that I think is within my capacity. We're just having a really rough week. So that makes it tricky. But, you know, there's hope. Oh, see, and that's the thing. Akina, I understand why you would end up in a job like that. I even understand why you would stay and try to stick it out. But those are the types of things that allow me to really, really realize that it's not worth pushing at those things, you know? And like, I am certain you did your best and it is amazing that you lasted that long, and I'm sorry that there was that level of fallout, and I like listen to that and go, and that's why I can't. Like, that's what we're getting to. I was 1 email away from a nervous breakdown. That's what it felt like to me. And I'm like, probably I'm gonna be okay. I don't think I need to go to the hospital or like call anybody. I think I'm fine. I think I'll be fine to just go home and like do a whole bunch of self-care all evening. But that's not a good way to live life. You know, that's not worth it. And so if I have too many days like yesterday, that don't... And so that's why I do things like this. Because I enjoy hanging out with you guys. I think it's fun. This mini game might sass you. Are you going to be able to handle that? Poison Dart Frog. I will. I don't know, because the thing is, this is hard, and I didn't figure it out last week, but this is a mini game that is actually going to block my progress in this game if I can't figure out how to beat it, because these Goron mini games are required for progress. I have to get this. Like, the reward I get for this game, I have to get in order to get a different thing, in order to get a different thing, in order to challenge a dude for a thing that I need to get to the next dungeon. And so I'm like 4 mini games away from being able to access the next dungeon, and I just have to be good at them, and I've never been good at Zelda mini games. You know, I like the adventure part. I have been on hold for 10 minutes! What were you doing? Explain yourself. I went for a coffee. Hi, I'm the manager. Can I help you? Yeah, I know. I grabbed one with them. We went to Starbucks. Bye. Click. It's very cathartic to think of opportunities like that, you know? I understand why, by and large, it's not what happens. But I also understand that, like, the place that I work is actually really generous. And for the most part, we do way more than we're responsible for, you know? And so the fact that there are still people who go off on things where I'm like, okay, but that wasn't our fault and it's not our responsibility and we still offered to fix it and you're still yelling at me. That really seems like a you problem. I'm not really that interested in making you happy. I don't want to hear the rules. I want to see if I can figure out... Okay. Okay. I didn't realize that it went straight through. Oh! I got a fairy! Okay. So, this is the reason why you look up things, chat. Because I learned some stuff. Oh. Nope. Shoot. I didn't move fast enough. Yeah. I'm not quite in the right place. This is still gonna be more successful. So I had very poor reaction last time, and I couldn't figure out how to make it go on an angle. That was my problem. I could only send it straight forward, because I thought it was timing that would make it go in a different direction, and it is not timing. It is probably about the direction that I'm facing, is what I'm learning. Yeah. We'll keep going. Yep. That is the problem. I do not get paid enough to put up. Like, you could pay me $1 million per email, and I would still go, oh, but if that's actually my whole job, doesn't seem worth it. Like, there's just certain things that will never be healthy, and money is not the compensation for that. It's not worth it. I sit here. Yeah, I mean, that's true. I would do that job for one day and then I'd quit. But, like, you know what I mean? It's not even about the compensation. Okay, so this is less awful now. Now that I have figured out actually just turning slightly to the side is the way that I do this. Because so this game has two purposes, chat. I did look this up because I wanted to make sure A, that it was required, and B, that, like, I understood how to play it. Because I did so badly on this last week. So, I got the 200 and something. That's fine. I only needed to get 100 this time. But I get a special item in this game if I can get more than 400 points. And I'm a little worried. because that did not seem like that was going to be a 400-point one. I think it's possible if I'm lucky and get fairy spawns like on that side, but I think it is going to require luck. So I might try it a couple of times. Akina, thank you for redeeming Hydrate for 69 channel points. Nice. We will do that, Hydrate. This is why sometimes in between streams I look stuff up. Because, like, I failed at this game 3 or 4 times last week, and I was not getting better. Fairies are 100 points. They are the most amount of points you can get. So the little blue statues, as opposed to the blue boxes. So if you hit something that's purple, it causes you to lose points. The purple boxes were -10. The purple gargoyles are like -50 or -100 or something like that. Like, they're really bad, which is why I tried to move that one time. But if you miss the ball, you also lose 50 points from missing the ball. So you want to hit every ball. Which is why strategically it's probably good to kind of go with luck rather than going with moving around a whole bunch. And so ideally, if I'm trying to get to 400 points, I would be able to hit between 2 and 3 fairies. And that just requires them to spawn in very specific places. I mean, if they had a pirate fairy, that could just be worth 400 points, because that seems like the coolest character. Thanks for the lava juice! Okay. I'm gonna save. And then I might try it one more time. Just to see. Yes, thank you. Okay. So you get 30 points for each blue square. Ah! You lose 50 points for that. Ah! Too early. That's fine. That still would have been a net positive. Nope! There's a speed to this. So there is like... Whoops! Nope. There's a speed to this that affects the angle that my sword is at. Ah! That's amazing! That's so amazing. Did I tell you I was a pirate queen for Halloween? It was not a pirate fairy, but if I'd realized that that was a character in your book, I might have stolen the idea and just put wings on my pirate costume. And then probably no one would have guessed what I am, but I would have thought that was cool. So I'm trying to work out, like, good placement. That's not it. Nope. The thing is, I basically need to be spamming the button and getting lucky. This is what I'm learning from this. I don't think I'm gonna get the boomerang this time around. So if I spam it pretty fast, I can get that. I wanted the fairy, but I have to go way earlier to get the fairy on that one. This is not gonna work. If Jack Sparrow was a 6-year-old girl with an unlimited credit card in a Disney Princess store. Yes! No! Why did that one not go where I wanted it to? You know? You know? There's just so much luck involved. The fact that he gives me the total every time means this is very save scummable if I want to, like, get the optimal hit every time. Because I could save state here, and then it would reset. Nope. Okay, so that's a reasonable space for that. Yeah. Okay, well, that was net positive rupees, so I will accept that, but there's no possible way that I'm ever playing this game and getting 400 points out of it. So that's very unfortunate for my wish to play this again to completion and get a boomerang. Or, you know, just my wish to in general have a boomerang because it's a really good item. But I have some lava juice, and that's important because that is how... Hold on. Lava juice is the thing I have to give to the guy who's tired. Where's the guy who's tired? He was... So the guy who's tired was the one on that special cave floor that was in between Goron City and like the exit. And I don't... Save stating might even change the random draw. That's fascinating. I never really thought about that, and now... Okay, Bloomer, thank you for reading the third. Hello, how are you? That's fascinating, and I am, like, now wanting to just go in and run simulations and be like, if I start this and I save state in between each, and I just keep resetting it, will it ever change the pattern, or will it give me the same pattern every single time? Hello, Echo and Mexico. Nice to see you. Thank you for redeeming seasonal candy. Thank you for redeeming non-seasonal candy. Thank you for redeeming Smarties American Edition. Thank you for redeeming Smarties Canadian Edition. Thank you for redeeming Dehydrate. Thank you for redeeming Hydrate for 69 channel points. Nice. I just feel like at some point in my life I want to do that experiment, Poison Dart Frog. I started with the Hydrate for no reason in particular. Now I will get my Dehydrate. So as I might have mentioned a few times, very obnoxiously this month, chat, it is my birth month, the month of my birth. And in fact, next week is my birthday. So I am still planning to stream that day, as far as I am aware. I am not planning on accepting an overtime option because it's my birthday. But it means that I have filled my month with snacks that I really enjoy. And one of my favorite barbecue flavored anythings is hickory sticks. I almost never get them, but I used to get them all the time in high school because it felt like there were more chips in the bag. Just because of their shape. There aren't necessarily more, but it felt like there were more. And so I thought I'd give that a go for this one. Because I like them. And speaking of, because my seasonal and non-seasonal candies are also related to the month of birth, so jelly beans are my favorite candy. So my non-seasonal candy right now is pumpkin pie jelly beans because I am Canadian. We had Thanksgiving in October, which means it is not Thanksgiving time. It is in fact Lady QEW's birthday time this month. And so these are not seasonal, but they are still jelly beans. And very tasty. And in keeping with that, my seasonal candy is my favorite kind of Jelly Belly. I'm gonna take my time and I'm gonna eat all of these because I can. How are you all doing this wonderful Wednesday Eve? I am doing so much better today than I was yesterday. I am even doing better this evening than I was doing this morning. I have been very grumpy since Monday. But I did a lot better today. I had the Squishmallow for most of the day, and I wore my sound protecting earphones so that the noise wasn't so bad. That really helped. It often shocks me the simple things that I can do that help me feel better when things are going very, very wrong. I think this is lemon, because it's very yellow. It is lemon. I think this one is peach. Yep. Lemon and peach are actually pretty good flavors to put next to each other. And they both taste pretty good next to pumpkin, which is weird. I never thought about that before. But a lot of fruits taste pretty good together. I think this one's banana, so I'm going to save it. Because I think this one is apple. I was about to make the silly observation that, like, how weird. I got a bunch of fruits. Yes, I'm shocked. I'm shocked at all this fruit. I just forgot. Their red apple is just so apple. It's so good. I don't remember which timeline. Is the timeline that I need. Banana is so good. And then I still have Smarties American Edition and Smarties Canadian Edition. So thank you again, as usual, Mexico, for making sure I have enough snacks. So for those who somehow have missed this spiel every time I've given it, up here in Canada, we've got a candy called Smarties. Looks like this. It's chocolate on the inside with candy coating, similar to an M&M, but it's called Smarties. And in the States, you don't. Your Smarties look like this. And they're like a hardened powder candy, very sugary. And I just think it's really interesting that we both have a candy called Smarties, but that is so different. They are, however, both basically made of sugar. Voila! Okay. So I'm gonna have to fling myself off of a cliff in one direction or the other. Because I need to figure out what on earth... Rude. Let's see if we can dig up a heart. So far we've dug up 2 enemies. Woo! Fairy. That's basically a heart. I think this might be the cave, but I'm thinking also this might not be the timeline. It is not the cave. I don't think this is the cave. I also don't think this is the timeline. So I have the lava juice. And the lava juice is supposed to let me access a different game. Oh! I haven't been on that side. Have I been on that side? Uh-oh. Yes. So, Plum, Smarties, as a candy, the Smarties did start in the UK. Oop. I have to fix this. They did start in the UK, and it's the reason because they already had the Smarties brand from the UK in Canada when the Smarties brand stuff in the States became a thing. I think they also had it long before M&Ms, because like M&Ms was the attempt to brand Smarties for sale in the States, and they did it via M&Ms. It's very convoluted candy history, but it's extremely interesting. The Oncoming Storm, lovely to see you. Thank you for redeeming Switch. I appreciate that. So let's try some seasons.
Settle down, Beavis just resubscribed for 40 months. That's 4 metric years.
That is 4 metric years, Beavis. Thank you so much That is a lot. I think 50 is definitely a maximum that I can't reach, but I might be able to get 40. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40. I might have forgotten to hit a pace there, but please have this wall of screaming buns just going wild. 40 whole heckin' months! Yeah, I think a lot of the transition, so there's also connections between like certain types of candies and like the world wars and stuff. So I know that Lifesavers is part of that, but I also think Smarties has a history in terms of use as war rations. And I might be making that up because my brain's imperfect, but sometimes it grabs fun facts and refuses to let them go forever. So I can go up because I don't have a key yet to go over. Okay, well that's slightly more centered. Actually, that's what I want to do. Okay. I don't know if it'll stay there. I don't know if I can grab it from like the floor, but I want to try. And then I want to go up a screen anyway. I just got here. I'm in ancient ruins. They're very Egyptian. They caused us to talk a lot about the mummy last week, as only seems fair and right, because one should always consider discussing the 1999 masterpiece that is the mummy. Woo! Interesting. Why is the floor different in some of these places? And I do see that that chest exists, and that it's very up. Okay. Let's try exploring the down first. Which is fascinating. Ooh, I like that they gave me so much health. Because in theory... Can you go downstairs? Nope. It's a dungeon map! I got a dungeon map! Oh man, marathon. Whoa! Okay, the ruins keep getting skinnier as you go up. That's fascinating. So there's an up, chat. Fascinating. Okay, well, I still have space to explore here, so I am going to continue to do that. Oh, wow. Oh, this is utterly fascinating. Sure, I'll take 10 rupees. Why not? What are those? Ah. Whoop! Whoop! Oh dear. This is slightly problematic. Interesting. Probably I could have dashed. Whoop. Oh. followed me. I don't think... I think... Okay, so I don't have the cane. I don't understand this room, and I'm probably going to leave it until I have another chance. Gosh, they're everywhere. Ah. I am not sure what to do because that button didn't press down. Like, it didn't depress when those things spun onto it. Which makes me wonder if that's not a thing I'm supposed to be able to do right now. That being said, yep, is one of those. Is one of those. Okay. Whatever. Cool. So that door is permanently open from this side now, which is good. I still don't have a key, and so I still don't have, like, proper permanent access. But it's a step. It's a start. I still haven't found stairs. Again, this is fine. Maybe. I might have to figure out that room sooner rather than later. Oops. I didn't respond well to that. Lots of inputs. Interesting. I bet that button causes something to appear here. Ooh. I am interested. I wonder what I'm supposed to do. Okay. Okay. We're gonna save here for a minute. So I know that holding anti-magnet to this yeets me across large gaps. And so I'm wondering if I can also push it across large gaps. But I'm not sure. This is probably not the right way to do this. Especially not with that annoying thing there. Nope. How do I get behind the ball? Isn't really a good way to do that. Do I have a boomerang? I do have a boomerang. 1 second. Yes. Thank you, Miss Fairy. I forgot that I could get rid of those guys. That makes the experimenting in this room definitely seem a little bit easier. I don't understand. Oops. Wow. Okay, not what I meant to do. Whoa! And Beavis, you are also on a 10-stream streak. That's very cool. I didn't look up. Okay, so I'm gonna jump across to the far side. And then I'm hoping I'm gonna calm down a little bit first. Very nice. That is what I wanted. Willis! Wait. Oh, I need to be over there again. Oh, this is tricky! Did you just hear that? Hear what? Harold just thought it was a Wednesday. Who's Harold? It's okay, Harold, it's Wednesday. That was a very funny entrance, Willis. Lovely to see you. Welcome in. It's nice to have you. It is a Wednesday. Yay! We made it. And also it's raining a lot right now. Okay, I can do this. I think I have finally figured out the intention of this room. Whee! And I earned a key. Whee! From Stranger Than Fiction? That makes sense. That's a funny question, Willis. Spill the tea as in gossip or spill the tea as in... It is still the month of my birth, which means I am still treating myself, and so I have hot chocolate tonight. Just regular hot chocolate, just good old milk chocolate, because sometimes it's a good thing to do. So thank you, Willis, for redeeming Spill the Tea. And also thank you for redeeming Hydra for 69 channel points. Nice. So work is not being any overtime yet, which is great. And I am very happy with that. I love that it is not being any overtime yet. And it will not be any overtime next Wednesday because I would be turning it down because next Wednesday is my birthday. However, I've been a bit of a grump since Monday of this week because I have had to be dealing with a lot of stuff that is very personally costly in terms of my resources. And so I was very grumpy yesterday because normally when I have to deal with one unreasonable jerk of a customer, I get one. You know, that's what I have the resources for, is one unreasonable jerk. And yesterday, I had to deal with 15. And that is too many unreasonable jerks of people. And I don't like that. And it can be tricky because I try very hard to be empathetic and sympathetic to their situations. And I'm still like, nope. I didn't love that. I didn't love doing that. That cost me a lot of the resources that I need to have my day and live my life. And so when that happens, I get grumpy. Oh no! Why have you been flung out? No. Hold on. How do I... Maybe too much punctuation. I see Happy Young Lady Day. Because you're obviously still super young. Thanks. I will take that. Put that cup on your shoulder for a sec just so you can say you have a chip on your shoulder. Of course I can do that for you, Poison Darkbug. Sorry. You laughed? Oh, 15. Yes. Yes, that is exactly what happened, Willis. That was, your emotion was overly emotional in the form of punctuation and my bot panicked. I'm sorry about that. You didn't, you regret nothing. It's fair. I spent like that whole bit of dialogue with a chip on my shoulder. Of course I would do that. That's hilarious, and I can't believe I never thought of that. Anyway, I also regret nothing. I have a giant squishmallow in the form of a dragonite at work now, and today, in order to combat my grumps, I spent pretty much the entire day sitting with that on my lap. And I was like, no, I'm carrying it with me everywhere I go around the office. And I brought my emotional support label maker everywhere and like did things that I actually enjoyed with labeling. And so I did much better today than yesterday. But 15 is too many. Too many. Okay, so now I have a key, and the only place that I know to use that key is on that block to let me loop back around. Huh. Thank you for the hugs. Yeah. I probably could have coded that differently. I might have to look at that because I don't remember. Right, because the goal was that I wanted to give... No, the goal was that you would type it in if you needed a hug. That was it. But it is awkward because it means that people can't send you hugs. I did know what you meant, and I actually also didn't notice because I don't often read the bot messages. Okay, so I think what I'm trying to do is figure out an alternate way to get back around to here in a way that lets me go up from there, if that makes sense. Because I am genuinely unconvinced that I can do the room to the side for now. So I do think I need the option of being able to go through here in order to do this. Poison Darth Frog, thank you for redeeming non-free hug. Here you go. I patted you on the back, but you couldn't see. S and K, thank you for redeeming Switch. I will make a suspend point, and then I will go. Wahahaha. Okay. Get out of here, crow. Okay. So now I've just gone back to where I was before a minute ago. But it's fine, because what I want to do is fling myself off this. Yeah. It's a good shirt. I like it. At least I think this is what I want to do. Mwahaha! Okay, well, these are here. Oh. That's not what I wanted to do. But those were there. Yeah. Woo! One of her favorite words is contortment, which according to Microsoft isn't a word? Okay, well then why do I understand exactly what it means? Maybe... So, I'm trying to think of a use case in the English language where I would use contortment and not be able to replace it with contortion. I don't have one right now, but I believe it exists. I understand how to parse the word contortment, and so I accept it. What does that mean? Is that like twerking? I mean, it's not like entirely unlike twerking, if you know what I mean. They're adjacent. It's like not every house is a mansion, but every single mansion's a house. Not all forms of contortment will even be twerking adjacent. But if you don't have to do at least a little bit of contortment in order to get to twerking, are you doing the twerking right? Just depends on what, like, on what you consider contortion. What was I about to do? Oh yeah, throw myself off this ledge. So I think I need... Wait. That's not what I expected to see when I went up there. I need to find the other place of mini games. Where's the other place of mini games? Unless I'm in the wrong... Alright, you want an heirloom. Okay. A vase would be great. Oh, okay. Now it's just getting ridiculous. No. I really, really dislike not having a safety zone here. What was the other guy? Tell me all the things. Your wisdom is incredible. That, I could swear. Is that from Fruits Basket? I can't see that emote. That looks like Shigure to me. I can't see that emote well enough, Willis, but I look at it and I see Shigure from Fruits Basket. And I'm probably wrong, but I just wanted you to know that that's what I see. So maybe you can tell me who it's actually supposed to be. It's you looking fancy and drinking coffee. Okay. Well, there's that. I can't leave, but I'm so hungry I could starve. Wait a minute. I have something. Yes. Okay. I got rock brisket. And I get a vase. Okay. I will take that trade because I need a vase for somebody else. Thanks. I'm very glad that I have the vase. So I can go to the other guy. Oh, it's gotta be in this time. So I can go to the... Aw, that's lovely. Okay, so I can go back here and I can give this guy the thing that he wants. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Too many things to dodge. Yeah. I will give some Goronade. I don't remember what the Goronade is for. Let me check the notes that I made last week. Because I did make notes last week. Near the statues is where we need the lava juice. But I'm not near the statues. Chad, I'm nowhere near the statues right now. I don't know where I'm going. I don't know who needs the Goronade. Life gives you Gorons. Oh, wait. You make Goronade. Do not. Is this the past? This is the past. So, what are my options? Silver Fox, yeah, fair enough. Wow. She's got good melanin. I have a bunch of gray hair. It's not that easily visible because it's certainly not the main... Like, it's certainly not a main part of my hair yet, but I find more and more, and I personally think they look kind of cool on my head because they're just like little silver single streaks. Some of them are pure white, and that's really cool. I would love to have pure white hair. Can a cougar date a silver fox? Great question. Okay. I am lost, chat. I don't know. Of course you are. Why would I think you were talking about anything else? That's cute. Whoop. Up the stairs we go. Okay. So, is it this? It is not. What if I'm in the wrong time zone? None of these are the correct place where I'm supposed to go. And so, obviously, I need to look again. Do you know how old I am? It wasn't this one, was it? That doesn't seem right. Wait! Wait, wait! Wait! I found it! Energy drink! Yes! Okay, chat. Okay, chat. We found it. We found where the energy drink goes. Angel! It's a sign! Correct. We did find it! I was so lost. I'm still so lost. Okay, so this guy was really tired. And so I was supposed to give him something. That's Gorenade! One of those drinks charges you up. Will you let me have it? I like your boppin' flamingo there. Here's a Darth Frog. Thank you for redeeming Hydrate for 69 channel points. Nice. And just for you. I do want a prize. I gave him the drink. That means he'll just give me a prize, right? I won't have to play another minigame. That's how it works, right? I'm gonna open up shop. Wanna give my game a try? The first game is on the house. Oh boy. Save. What are the rules? I mean, at least he's giving me a free game. Because if I can use this free game to win the prize, it is like he gave me a prize in exchange for the Gorenade. Will you let me have it? Threatened with hammer. Subtle threats. I do have a shovel. That would probably be really helpful at as leverage. You know? Try to dodge or throw the bombs that start falling all around. See how long you can last. You'll get a wonderful prize if you last through it all. I just need to not die to bombs? Okay. I'm gonna be really bad at this. But if you get hit even once you fail, okay. Okay, here's the spot where I want to save state. Dodge bomb! I wonder if there's a strategy to this. I wonder if speed helps. I do want that thing. Oh dear. Whee!
AngryAngel_03 just subscribed. Akina Hime9 gifted a tier 1 sub to AngryAngel_03. They are given 3 gift subs in the channel.
Whee! Akina, thank you so much for gifting that sub. Angel, please enjoy your Lady QEW emotes. Lady Q emotes. Lady Q emotes for the next month. Akina is an absolute gem. Hey Angel, did you know we learned something from your Discord? And by we, I mean Akina learned this, and then Akina communicated it to me. And I was like, yo, I wish I had learned that too. But now I have learned it, and it is great. And the thing that we learned is we have the same birthday, and it's next Wednesday. And that's very exciting. I haven't known a person with the same birthday as me since high school. Okay, so, whoop, whoop, yep. Okay, well, that's not it. The floor definitely makes this complicated. I will say that. I think I might need the speedy seeds. That is, oh my gosh, Akina. Oh my gosh, that emote. That's so good. That's just like a straight up wild party. Utterly beautiful. I do want that key. Will you give me this thing I need? Great! But you can't just give it to me for free. I need to give you something for it. But I can't just give you something for free. You have to earn it. I have an idea. Survive my murder dungeon filled with bombs, and then you can give me this thing you want to give me that I need. It's perfect! Genuinely, I think that was the go-to. What is this? What is this? Enjoy your lurk. Okay, that was panic. Panic at the bomb show. I bet Goron Christmases are fun. I bet they are. Deck the halls with bombs and treadmills. Fa la 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 la, Goron. I will accept this prize. I got an old mermaid key. 10. I have to pay money to try that again, chat. Absolutely not. I bet he gives me a cool prize. But I don't care because that was terrifying. I thought that to get the key, I had to do the dance. And I thought to do the dance, I needed to talk to someone else first. And that means that I get a different prize for doing the dance in this timeline. I do have the key to the old mermaid's heart. I wonder if the rest of this is optional then. I don't understand anything about where I'm supposed to go or what I'm supposed to do, but that's fine. I got some health. Ah, I'm here now. Okay. Wonder if I need that thing. I feel like I do, but I'm in very much the wrong place for it. Can I Can I throw myself off anything? Darn, I can't. So this is how I restart to climb again. I think. Guy's very stuck. Right. Okay. Right. Oh, come on. Ridiculous. Hey, fairy. Avoid. Okay. So... I think I might need to be in the other timeline. I am so confused. Do I need to be in the other timeline? Oh, that's where... Okay, so that's where I use the Mermaid Key, which is great. But also simultaneously not that helpful, because what I'm trying to do is figure out who the heck is supposed to get the lava juice. Who's supposed to get the lava juice, chat? Why don't I know who's supposed to get the lava juice? It said near the statues, and I don't know what that means. Are you supposed to get the lava juice? No. Are you supposed to get the lava juice? No. Okay. Well, I located this. I guess that's something. Are you supposed to get the lava juice? Hey, that key looks like the mermaid key the graceful Goron has. You want the graceful Goron's key too? Aren't you greedy? Look, I don't know if it will work, but if you give me your lava juice, I'll introduce you to the graceful Goron. Can I have the lava juice? What? He also has a key? Okay. Wait. Do I have the wrong mermaid key? 1 second. What is the quickest way down this mountain? Give me an area I can throw myself off of. Why? Why would there not be an area to throw myself off of? How could you? You have betrayed me. It's true. You know what? If it's an old mermaid key, what if it's a young mermaid? That's a great point. Very, very clear. Oops. I'm fine. No! I'm not fine. So many seeds. I just was in... Okay, this I understand. That's fine. Ah. I'm in the wrong time zone. I need to be in the other... Okay, so I think I need to be in this timeline to play the game again. Yeah, because that's the red guy. But I think the mermaid key I need to use in this timeline. It's like, it was over here, right? It was here. Why? Okay. So I'm confused, chat. But I'm confused and also intrigued because I don't actually know if this game is clever enough for this. There's more than one key, and there's more than one time zone. And I'm wondering if there's a mermaid dungeon in each time zone? But I don't know where it would be. Whoa! Oh my! Oh my! No thank you. Whiz robes? This is a terrible dungeon. Everything. This is not Boomerang. Whatever. This is a dead end. That is a door with a key. Okay, whiz robes it is. What is going on? Okay, this is weird, but we're here, and so this is fine. Poison Darth Frog, thank you very much for redeeming Lady Q's book reviews. Plum, thank you for redeeming. Keep doing what you're doing. I did vibe a little bit longer. I will go back to vibing in a minute, but we've got a book review that we've got to handle. And so we will. We're going to be a little topical. Just a little. I need to hear some geeking out or complaints, either or. You're going to get the geeking. So, chat, do you know what movie came out today? I will just tell you. But there's a movie that came out today. And I'm very invested in it. And I'm not going to do a direct book review in relation to it. But I am going to do a semi-Rambo 7. So in Canada, I believe today is the regular Showtime premiere of Wicked the movie. Now, opinions you may have regarding Wicked. I have very specific opinions regarding Wicked. The first opinion that I have is the musical is solid gold. It is fascinating. It has great themes. It has some of the best songs that have ever been written in musical history. 2, I'm very excited for the movie because they have cast people who can sing, and that is the most important thing. And they also seem to be having fun with it. They seem like unhinged in how they're doing their set design, which is the like 9 million tulips, man, which is like the thing you need to be in order to have good movie sets for Wicked. You need to be a little bit unhinged, right? So I'm very excited about this movie. Kate Menzel and I are definitely gonna go see it, but we can't go see it this week. We're thinking of going near-ish my birthday, if we can get tickets, if we can find a time that works for us. Like, we're working on it. We're gonna go see it. But what it brought to mind for me is the topic of this book review. So the book that I'm going to review for you today, I use the term book loosely. This is a series. Thank you for the happy birth month wishes, Poison Darth Frog. I am very excited about having a birth month. So, L. Frank Baum wrote The Wizard of Oz, but L. Frank Baum did not start there. There is a whole heck of a lot of lore as pertains to the Oz, the land of Oz, and the delightful characters therein. Dorothy is not a major player in all of the books. She's in some of them, but she's not in others. Many of the books follow arcs of finding very interesting, creative, and magical ways to get to Oz, and then some problem being inherently fixed by being able to get there. And the reason that this came up as a book review is that there have been some comments, some posts, probably not the majority, but there are some people who are looking at the promotional information released by Wicked the movie and are saying that the sets look really like overdone and kind of campy and a little bit chintzy. And what you learn from reading the actual Oz books by L. Frank Baum, including Ozma of Oz, is you learn that the Emerald City is green. There are no other colors there. Everything is made of green and everybody wears green. And the different quadrants of Oz also have colors associated with them. There's the blue quadrant, which might be where the Winkies live, I don't remember. There's Munchkinland, which might be the yellow one, which is why Dorothy was on the yellow brick road. It wasn't that the road was made of yellow brick and the rest of the world was normal. It was that the entire world was yellow. All of the grass was yellow. All of the dirt was yellow. The trees were yellow. And of course, the brick was yellow. That's why it was a yellow brick road. And so I have very strong formed opinions about people who look at these sets and go, ugh, that's like chintzy. And I'm like, not as chintzy as it would have been if they wanted to reference not just the book Wicked, but if they wanted to go reference back the original Ozian lore, it could have been way more chintzy. You should be grateful to your eyeballs that it is not. It is just the world. The whole thing is crazy vibrant. Anyway. So of the various books, Ozma of Oz is one of my favorites. There are a few that I really like. Rinka-Tink in Oz is a really, really cute one because Rinka-Tink in Oz is kind of about not your regular Ozians. But Ozma of Oz is one of the books where you get to be with Dorothy as a main character again as she travels to Oz again. And Ozma of Oz is maybe my favorite character in all of Oz. So Ozma is, There's a lot of lore, and if you haven't, like, read or understood The Wizard of Oz, the original, it gets kind of complicated. So there's going to be some spoilers here for, like, the concept of Oz, the lore setup of Oz, but specifically spoilers for The Wizard of Oz. They did that a little bit with The Wizard of Oz, the original movie, but not very much. They had some normal colors, which was disappointing to me. But they did a lot of it. I think that they, like, I don't know what's wrong with people sometimes. They just don't seem to like happy, fun things. Anyway, so Ozma of Oz is third book consecutively ish, but it's one of my favorites because it's about well, I already said it's about Dorothy, but it's also about Ozma, and Ozma is an actual natural born ruler of Oz. And so I don't know if this is clear to anyone, but the wizard called the Wizard of Oz wasn't actually like from Oz and wasn't supposed to be in charge there. He just happened to be, right? And if you've read the Wizard of Oz or watched the Wizard of Oz or like very, very many aspects of Ozian lore, like that shouldn't be a spoiler. And so I'm sorry if it is. Hold on. When did these books come out? Let me just check the copyright date here. This specific edition was published in 1980, but I think 1907. There we go. The author's note is from 1907 in this book, chat. So though this specific edition was published in 1980, you have had more than 100 years to catch up on this book's lore, so it should not be a spoiler that the wizard was not a natural-born Ozian and probably shouldn't have been in charge. And anyway, he gets better in the later books because he is in later books. He doesn't just disappear, right? Right? You're not worried about spoilers. Oh, right. Yeah. The slightly creepy one, right? I've never seen that. I know that they've done... The origin movie was just called Oz. Interesting. I might have to look that up. I know they've done a couple of other... Like, I thought they did a movie of Return to Oz at some point, but I've only ever seen The Wizard of Oz with Judy Garland. I have never watched any of the other Oz movies because I'm terrified of them. Anyway, so The Wizard of Oz was a charlatan. Shock and horror. Charlatan. Not that he's a terrible guy or anything like that. Like, there's some fun stuff that goes on in later books. But Ozma is the actual ruler of Oz, natural born. Her name is Ozma because she's a girl, and so the guys are named Oz and the girls are named Ozma, and she's about the same age as Dorothy. She might be like a little bit older, but she's about the same age as Dorothy. And that's really sweet because when you're reading books like this, these are pitched young for a reason. There's so much hopefulness in the innocence and like good-heartedness of the young characters. And that's what I love. They did Return to Oz too. Yeah, I feel like I remember it being scary. So Ozma of Oz starts with Dorothy having to make her way to Oz. And then she meets up with Ozma. And they get to go on a little adventure together. And that's the thing that hooked me. So there were two specific things that I liked about this book from the series specifically. One is on Dorothy's journey into Oz, she meets what I would consider one of the most interesting villain characters in the Oz books. I am going to spoil this villain character. It's not like a significant spoiler. Because it's not plot related. It's like part of a vignette on Dorothy's journey. And so the thing that was interesting is this villainous character was not villainous because of maliciousness or evil. She's villainous because of extreme self-focus to the point of not having any spare attention for anyone outside of herself. And that's a very interesting sort of villain setup. It's a different sort of villain setup to write. And anyway, she's not that important, I'm sure. But one of the specific skill sets that she has, because in her selfishness, one of the things that she cares about beyond everything is beauty. And she loves interesting forms of beauty. And so what she has, and this is an Oz book, and so you just can suspend your disbelief now, she has a collection of heads that she wears. And so when she feels like looking a certain way, she'll take her head off and put it in storage in her closet, and then she'll pick the head that she wants and she'll put it on. And each of her heads have slightly different personalities. And I think you can probably understand why I find this a fascinating villain to write. Because, I'm sorry, why is that not the everything about this book? But it's not, because there's more. Because the actual main villain of this book is the Gnome King. And the Gnome King is a recurring villain in the Oz series. It's not always the same Gnome King, but sometimes it is, and that's ridiculous. Yes, that was in Return to Oz, and it's terrifying. So the Gnome King is actually the central villain, and I also love him, but for different reasons. Because the principal way that you fight the Gnome King, remember, these are sweet little girls. They're like preteens or early teenagers. They're innocent and hopeful and kind and good. And so the way you fight the Gnome King is kind of with negotiation. Like, soft power, navigating, and it's really fascinating. And so what do Gnome Kings like? They like games. And so the Gnome King, above all else in the Oz books, feels very fey to me. And so we are back again at an understanding of what does Lady QEW like in a book? She likes fantasy. She likes lore. She likes learning things that are interesting. And Ozma of Oz is a great story for learning the lore of the fae that is the gnomes in Oz. Now, I say that this is my favorite book, but I can't really separate it. I have a top 5 Oz books. There's 13 or 14 in total. He's not allergic to chicken, actually, Poison Darth Frog. He's allergic to eggs, which is a little bit different. So he's only allergic to chicken before they're born. Unless, I don't know actually if the movie changed that lore. But as far as I am aware, gnomes are not allergic to chicken, they're allergic to eggs. They have anaphylaxis. They don't have anaphylaxis, but it is kind of funny because eggs is something that you can be very, very allergic to. The dialogue, especially with gnomes, gnome kings, fae, other witches and wizards as they come up, there's so much good fun, low stress. These books are not stressful. That's a thing that I really want to point out. There's never any doubt that the good guys are going to win and that everyone's going to be fine. And that when they try a plan, it's probably going to work. And there's just so many cute and curious things. You should. Honestly, Akina, they're so good. And I have the whole series and they match and that makes me so happy. And this cost me $1.50. Can you believe that? Because at a certain point in time, about 13 years ago, some of the secondhand bookstores did not understand how to price incoming books, and they called this a children's chapter book, and they had a whole 14 book series of these for $1.50 each because that was the price for a children's chapter book. And I was like, cool, I'm just gonna take them. My mom has some of the original hardcovers, original publication hardcovers of these. Those things are worth hundreds of dollars. Hundreds. And she doesn't care because they're not pristine condition, because what she wanted was for her kids to read these books, and we did, and oh, did we ever. Ozma of Oz is a very beautiful hardcover book. I do not have the beautiful hardcover book. I have this instead. I accept it because I love it anyway. And all I'm saying is, genuinely, the Oz books are so sweet. They're sweet, and they're hopeful, and they try really hard. And they're easy to read, and nothing's gonna hurt you in them, you know? And so once you've read a book say The Book of Doors, that absolutely ruins your inside and peels out your guts and spits on them, maybe it's a good time for you to read an Oz book. That's all I'm saying. I definitely recommend starting with the earlier
Buttons just
ones.
resubscribed for 31 months. Lady Kwai.
You made it. You were last week. I wanted to make sure you knew. Hi. How you doing? How you doing, friend Buttons? We're talking about books slightly adjacent to Wicked the movie because I'm excited about it coming out and I really, really want to go see it. But principally, we're talking about lore-relevant, related books that have nothing to do with Wicked at all because this is part of the original Oz series and I love them and they're so good. Anyway. So my favorites are The Land of Oz, Ozma of Oz, Return to Oz, Dorothy and the Wizard in Oz, Rinc-A-Tink of Oz, and Glinda of Oz. There's another one though. Oh, there's another one I'm forgetting. Have a lovely night, Plum. Thanks for stopping by. It was very lovely to see you. Sleep well. Sore but overall good. That's amazing. Sore will pass. overall good. That's good. That's what we want. Lady Kawaii. A little bit. It does sound like that a little bit. I'm gonna see if I can find the title of the last book I've forgotten. The Scarecrow of Oz. That was it. The Scarecrow of Oz is also a pretty good book because it's the main character's the Scarecrow in it, and he is a great main character because, again, similar to how like these villains are fascinating because of like the lore that surrounds them, the Scarecrow is a fascinating hero because, again, of the lore that surrounds him. The fact that he can't, in theory, be killed. He can only be fundamentally disassembled. Fascinating to work with. Ooh, by any other name? Okay. I'm gonna look that up because I like looking things like that up. It's gonna take me a minute. So I strongly recommend the Oz books if you have access to them, especially if you're feeling like getting some like further context. There's so many fun side characters in the Oz books. Like, half of what you're there for is to just meet a colorful cast of characters and figure out how they interact. Oof. Ah. Jodie Picoult? I'm not actually sure how we want to see that. Is it that one? Apparently there's more than one book called that. But I think it's probably the Jodie. Is the villain Batman? That's a very funny joke about the DC universe. Poison Darth Frog. But no. Though there are flying creatures in it, but I will not tell you what kind. This is my last form of convincing. That's what the Gnome King looks like. In case you needed further convincing. There's art. And loveliness. I just love them. And it's topical. So please enjoy. That is Lady Q's book review for this week. Is obsessively talking about Ozma. And like, kind of terrifying y'all with the villain origin stories here. If Shakespeare wasn't Shakespeare, but at least partially a woman. Ooh, fascinating. That's fascinating. Batman spends beating up characters from children's books. Listen, if you've ever seen Zeusical the Musical, I'm pretty sure the Cat in the Hat is a villain. Content warnings, basically everything that happens to women in the 15 or 1600s. That's a very thorough and effective content warning buttons. So I'm confused because... Wait, I can still go up from here. I'm confused because I've been told that there are 2 keys, and I have found 1 key so far. Oh, there's bombs there. I see. Lots and lots and lots of bombs. And I don't know what to do. And it has autism representation. Was autism invented yet? Amazing. Okay, what does this give me? This is a dungeon map. Oh, yeah, shaped like a mermaid. This is a big dungeon. I'm very confused. Because I am hoping that what's going on here is like a creative... Oh, there is a way. like a creative thing that this game is doing, where there's actually like secretly 2 mermaid dungeons and 2 mermaid keys. But I can't tell how they interact with each other, or if that's like real. She writes really thought-provoking stuff. Yeah, you've suggested another book by her before. I know she's very popular and also very prolific. I feel like I should look into her work more. Thank you for asking, Poison Darth Frog, because I've been looking for an excuse to talk about Wicked, and also about the Oz books for a little while, because I do love them a lot. There's just something about them that's very, like, it's a beautiful story to just go along with, especially when you are almost always going to be watching the good characters that you're rooting for overcoming obstacles without a whole lot of failure. Oh, that's good. Only write standalones. I can't tell if I want to throw myself fully backwards out of this dungeon and try to figure out what the heck is going on with the key or not. I can't progress though. And that might be what I'm expecting. Oh, I'm so excited for that. Yeah, I'm not sure. Can I blow up this wall? How do I get... Oh, I must come from up. I don't have... I do have a seed shooter. Alright, buttons, you're gonna make me save here and I can't reset it. Let's go. Switch it up. Bam. Oh, right, and I'm in the ancient ruins here. And I'm trying to figure out how to get around so that I can go up. Oh, very easy. I just have to go this way. I mean, I am thinking of it as very easy. Why is this door closed? I thought I could go up. What have I missed? I wish that Emily Wilde 3 would come out because I want that. Did I tell you guys yet that I got the sequels to the Crazy Fairy Stories? Nobody remembers this. Nobody is going to remember this. I'm just excited about it and distractible. So there's multiple Crazy Fairy Stories. If anyone remembers when I did the book review of Half a Soul, I told you guys about one of my favorite scenes, which involved her dancing at a ball with a strange Fey Lord and lying to him and just being like, one of our customs is when we're dancing, humans trade questions and we always tell the truth. So ask me a question. And he was like, oh, great. Who's the most virtuous man in all of England? And she answers that question. And he goes, great. Now ask me. And she goes, how do I kill a Fey Lord? And he goes, oh, easy. And just gives her ways to kill Fey Lords. The Fey Lord gives her this information. And I'm like him. He is my favorite side character because he is a bumbling idiot and a Fey Lord, and I love him. So this sequel, he's one of the main characters in. And so that's the thing that I hadn't told you guys about, I don't think, because I just got this recently and I powered through it. I finished this the day that I bought it, and it is indeed amazing and lives up to expectations. He remains a bumbling idiot, I promise, but also lots of other good things, and you get to learn more about him, and genuinely, I was like, wow. Olivia Atwater's great. But also, so is Heather Fawcett, and Emily Wilde is a delightful. And I want more! Hurry up, publishing Bates. I could swear that I've gone through this stuff, so I must be missing something. Not that kind of Stitch, but yes. It's just very interesting that I can't seem to go this way. I need to try a moon logic thing, 1 second. Because I, killed everything in this room. That was the money pit. I remember the money pit. So there's no obvious anything going on here. Nope, it's not that level of moon logic. Darn! Yes, the half-souled character was coded very much as a character with autism. And I loved how they solved it. I don't remember if I spoiled that or not. I feel like I don't want to. But, the creativity around the use of the character and some of those traits which are coded, she isn't autistic. She has half a soul. But the manner in which that loss expresses itself in her reality is basically what it feels like to have a significant social disability or a significant neurodivergence and brain wiring difference. And it was beautiful because Olivia Atwater is someone who knew she was writing a character that was coded as being autistic. And that's always the tricky thing, because if an author doesn't realize that that's what they're doing, sometimes it can get really upsetting to read what they do with characters. But when they clearly know what they're doing and are clearly here for that, sometimes it can be really good. I am not going to say any more about that then, just that I really enjoyed it. Okay, so what I want is to loop somehow. I need to figure out how to loop, chat. Ah, they're all alive again. I don't want them to be alive. Okay, so if I go back... Right, that's all it takes. I just need to loop this way. That was why I needed the key, because I needed to be able to go around and come back. Okay. We're gonna save here. So I found a room in this dungeon that I can't... Ugh. Come on. Ah. Eh. Nice. Lots of autistic traits, but just a jerk. Yep. It's possible. Did I tell you guys about the one character that, I was reading about where he was coded autistic and I was like, oh no, because the terminology used around him was he was just one of those geniuses, and so he was super smart at everything, but completely incompetent at all forms of everything, and the arc was that, he needed to learn how to be socially smart too, and I was like, no, I don't love that. I don't love that. Not that I can't learn skills. Just that... Blech. Okay. Okay. So I can boomerang this. Learn to mask. Yay! Yeah, that was like the moral of the story, was just be better at masking and then maybe other people wouldn't hate you. And I'm like, what? That shouldn't be the point. Interesting. This doesn't like have another door, and so I found multiple dead ends. I wonder if I'm like causing something in another room. What? Ah, stairs! Okay, I was not expecting that. There's so many areas of this floor that I haven't explored. Am I supposed to? Am I supposed to? It's true. I rarely like fiction telling me what to do either. Oh. I can fall down. I assume. Interesting. Secret stairwell, through the dungeon. Whoops. Secret stairwell. Oh, I hid from him successfully. That was not as successful, but you know, we're here. We made it through. I don't know what I'm doing. Oops. Okay. I accept this key. Oh, there's a trampoline there. Interesting. So the secret stairwell gets me a key. Oh, that's not gonna go well. Ooh. I'm gonna be very confused as to what to do. Very soon. Thanks, fairy. Because I'm not sure where else I can go. Interesting. Moral of the story. Can you not? Have you tried not? Meanwhile, every autistic person reading the book, no, in fact, I haven't tried not. Thank you. Or, some of them, yeah, I did try and it broke me. Please don't make me not. Okay. Everything is dead ends and confusion. So does this mean I'm supposed to be able to deal with? I might be supposed to be able to deal with the room that I couldn't figure out. Yeah. Okay. This is not the thing. Ah! Let me out the door! I'm gonna go the other way. Only got one heart that time. Meh. Okay, so if I can do this, I want to check these rooms again. Aha! Great. I like that I have to just chase those fairies. Okay, so I can go up from this room because I now have a key for it. Okay, so I did have to go to the secret stairwell, and I did have to come back and figure out that. And I'm just wanting to check. Okay. That's fine. Okay. So, I have my bearings in this dungeon again. I had forgotten that there was a door with a lock on it. When I got the first key, I used it on the block without even thinking because I did not recall having ever run into a locked door in this dungeon. So now I have my bearings a little better in this part at least. I'm still very confused by the Mermaid Dungeon. Like, there's a part of me that is just like, no, I'm clearly doing this wrong. I'm too far in. I need to back out, go do the stupid dance, get the other Mermaid Key, and find the other Mermaid Dungeon, because otherwise I'm just gonna get stuck. And I don't understand why there's 2 keys, because I've only found one dungeon, and I'm like, okay, is there another key? Like, I've been told bluntly that there's another key, but this key worked, and so I don't understand what I'm supposed to be learning. But nothing stopped me yet, and so I'm still just going. This is my confusion. I can't tell if the game is really, really clever and is doing a bait and switch because there's actually 2 mermaid dungeons and maybe I get the dungeon item from one of them and then the dungeon boss lives in the other. And I would love that. That would be so cool. That would be extremely interesting. And I just don't know if it's true because I just walked into the dungeon and nothing has stopped me yet. It does. But that's half the fun. It feels like I'm playing the game for the first time every week. Because you switch me back to it, and then I'm like, what was I doing? Well, so that's what I think. Because I know where the dungeon is in the time that I'm in right now. But if I went to the other time and went to the same screen, I'm wondering if there's somewhere I haven't looked yet. You know what I mean? Like if I missed a secret, and there's actually a dungeon still there. And it needs another key. And so I really want to know that, but I haven't come to the end of what I can do in the dungeon yet. And I don't know if it's worth just leaving and seeing if I can figure it out. Because maybe there's nothing to figure out and I'm just doing the right thing and I only had to do one of the 2 Goron paths, you know? Because that's the other thing. The mini games have all been required so far. And if there's 2 keys, that means in theory only some of the mini games are required instead of all of the mini games on the stupid rolling ridge, right? I don't like the mini games, which means I don't like the idea that they are 100% required. They aren't fun. Especially not the dancing one. Buttons. I remember watching you play like a dancing Goron game. I'm pretty sure in one of these games. And I remember it specifically because it was infuriating. And I was like, oh man, that's so tricky. That must be so rough. And you have expressed before that you aren't necessarily the best at rhythm, right? And so I took that to heart and was like, okay, well, let's see. I'm a classically trained musician, and the thing that I am best at is rhythm. And so I can unequivocally tell you that that game has lied to you, and you need to specifically push the buttons just a little bit faster than the actual rhythm is in a slightly increasing tempo in order to get success. And that's infuriating. I had to do that too. Because it really was. Like, I had to predict the slight amount faster that they wanted me to push the button so that the sounds were in time. Awful. It might be. I considered that because I was like, boy, howdy, does this feel like an input lag delay to me. But like, genuinely, it's the angriest I've ever been at these games. And I didn't do the swamp shooting gallery. I've been really afraid that some of these mini games were going to be unpassable for me and I was going to have to quit entirely and just be like, nope, we're doing the next one because I can't stand these anymore. But so far I'm still going. Yeah, that's good. And so speaking of which, if y'all want to watch me play some more Zelda, next week's my birthday, but I'll still be here. I'll have some Zelda to play. I might surprise y'all because it is my birthday, and so I might play a Zelda that I like instead of playing these. Yes, someone did do a word of the stream. It's just in very dark chalk. Mooshcapade. Exactly, Akina. Prepare. I haven't really decided because the thing is, like, all Zelda is so good. You know what I mean? It's so good. I don't know if I can get my emulation set up in a week. I'm wondering about playing Echoes of Wisdom. I'm also wondering about speedrunning this one for you guys. But that would require that I actually set up my capture for this, which I don't have set up yet. So that will depend on whether or not I want to spend any time doing that this weekend. Because I can beat this game. If I don't focus on 100%ing, I can beat this game very quickly. If I do focus on 100%ing, I can beat this game a little bit slower. But I think I've beat the like New Game Plus on this with 100% in 3.5 hours. Possibly in slightly less than that. And so if I don't do the 100% and I skip the mini games that take me 400 years to do, I might be able to do it faster. And so I might be able to, on one of the easy mode games, get really far into this. And that might be fun. But I do have this other really cool Zelda game. And I haven't played it. And I hear you can solve most problems by just spawning a bed or several. Both of those seem like really fun things to do. I mean, alternatively, chat, I could birthday stream and just play Thousand Year Door. There's so many things that I like. And there's so many games that are cool. I could play Princess Peach Showtime. I could play, oh, those are all very lovely emotes. Thank you, Willis Wifey. I appreciate them. I could do a speedrun, I could do an Echoes of Wisdom, I could do a Princess Peach Showtime, I could do a Paper Mario Thousand Year Door. All of those would be very, very fun. And so, if you feel like hanging out for my birthday, feel free to come back next week, Wednesday, 7 o'clock. I will be here. But maybe expect Hyrule Warriors Tingle Run. I mean, I could. Maybe expect for me to not be playing the Oracles games. Maybe I'll leave Switch up and we'll just change games every 15 minutes. Just pick a different game. Any game. Okay, these are all great ideas. I don't know what I'm gonna do yet, but I'm gonna be here and I'm gonna be having fun. So I hope you guys want to come hang out with me. All of these have been the best ideas in the universe. But I am going to be done for tonight because it is after 9. Oh man, it's going to be fun. So there's a raid message for y'all. You can copy it as is or you can delete the emotes. Totally up to you. But we're going to find a friend to raid. And by a friend to raid, I mean, I think y'all are probably not going to be surprised at where we end up. Hehehehe. Hehehehe. Heh, heh, heh. The Dragon Phoenix live. So we're probably going to raid her channel because she's one of my favorite people to watch. And she is the only one of said people who is often live in the evening when I finish. So we're gonna go hang out there. She is still playing Mario and Luigi Brothership, so there will be spoilers. If you do not want spoilers for that game, you might need to dip out pretty quickly. But I don't mind. I kind of want to see more of it, and so we're gonna go hang out there. And, you know, maybe we'll come back and hang out next time. So, until I see you next, have a wonderful rest of your day. Have a wonderful rest of your Wednesday. Sorry, I missed the alliteration. Have a wonderful rest of your week. Have a wonderful weekend. And until I see you next at the birthday stream, keep it cute. Bye.